welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing Toronto FC 8, CS Saint-Laurent 1, 11-1 on aggregate in the Canadian Championship 2024 quarterfinal leg 2. Toronto FC going to the semifinals, which we knew after the first leg, but they definitely did not take their foot off the gas. They kept pushing. They get the big win. They have their best win ever. Most goals scored in a match. 8 goals. A 7-goal win. Biggest victory ever against a semi-pro side, but a semi-pro side that was fighting. The reason why it was so bad, the score line, is the fact that Saint-Laurent was fighting. They did not choose to sit back, stand back, and hope it doesn't get worse. No, they pushed for a goal. And they deserved a goal. They were playing tough. Even though they got scored on 8 times and 11 times throughout the tie, they played tough throughout both legs. I don't think the scoreline really tells you how tough Saint-Laurent truly played. How very good the quality is on that team, especially for League One Quebec, the PLSQ. The quality on that team is MLS Next Pro level. I'm going to be completely honest. I could see some of those guys going to MLS Next Pro and being pretty damn good in that league. If not USL League One, the USL Championship. I'm not saying they're good enough for Toronto FC senior team yet. But what I am saying is I could see those guys play at a team like Huntsville City FC or Carolina Core. And it wouldn't be too weird. I could totally see them playing well at teams like that. And I am very interested to see how Saint-Laurent go in the future, but I'll give them their props even more after this. Goals were scored as follows. In the 13th minute, DeAndre Kerr scores. Ball's lofted to him. He volleys it off the touch when it gets to him into the top bins. 1-0, 4-0 on aggregate in the 13th minute. A minute and a half later, he scores again. Pops one into the net from another cross. 2-0, 5-0 on aggregate. DeAndre Kerr gets a double. He scores his hat trick in the 44th minute. DeAndre Kerr with another goal. 3-0, 6-0 on aggregate. That's when they would go to the half. 3-0 up, 6-0 on aggregate, and they're up a man for the rest of the game because of a BS red card. Coelho did get kicked in the face with the top of a boot. Buganmi hits him in the face with a boot. If there's VAR, that card does not stay red. I gotta be honest. He was going for the ball. The timing of the ball bouncing away, flying away, boot hitting Coelho's face, giving him a shiner, was just so incidental. And yes, that is violent conduct. Just because you're going for the ball doesn't mean it's not violent conduct. But a red card, if studs were up, I get the red card. If there was VAR, I don't think that card stays red. I think that was absolute BS. He did not deserve to go off. I wish Toronto had the right to say, hey, he shouldn't be going off and decline the card, because that's just a horrible call. And it was nice to see Buganmi go up to Coelho, check on him, be a good sport before he went off the pitch. That was nice. I have to respect that as well. And it's just sad that was a red card. That was a horrible call. Then Cassius Mailula scores in the 50th minute in the second half. Ball played to him. He takes the shot, hits a defender's foot. Keeper's going the wrong way because of the deflection. Ball goes in. 4-0, 7-0 on aggregate in the 50th minute. Derek Etienne Jr. scores the penalty. Kobe Franklin brought down in the box. They give a penalty. Derek Etienne Jr., long run up, makes the keeper go the wrong way, slots it into the opposite side. 5-0 in the 55th minute, 8-0 on aggregate. 62nd minute, Kobe Franklin crosses it in. The ball goes off Goulet and in, and he basically rolls it in. He sort of tried to chase it to where he could clear it, but that was not going on target before Kobe hit it. So Goulet, it's definitely an own goal on Goulet in the 62nd minute. 6-0 on the night, 9-0 on aggregate. And then DeAndre Kerr gets one more, gets his 4th goal of the night, bundles it in to make it. No, he was all alone. It was a great shot. Owuzu bundled his in. So many goals, I got confused. 7-0, 10-0 on aggregate, 73rd minute. Prince Owuzu bundles a goal in, ball crossed in, he slides, taps it in to make it 8-0. In the 80th minute, 8-0, it works. 80th minute, 11-0 on aggregate. Then Rickson, our Steel Day, scores. A deserved goal for Saint-Laurent tonight. They played so well throughout both legs. He deserved to score. They deserved to score. He got it. Ran past the defense, blew past him, took a shot, nutmegs Gavron. Sadly, Gavron doesn't keep his clean sheet, but you could see what this goal meant to our Steel Day and Saint-Laurent. They deserved it. I'm happy for them. I was honestly rooting for them to get a goal around the 60th minute. Like, they played so well, they deserved a goal, and they got it. 8-1, 11-1 on aggregate. Full time, it's 8-1, 11-1, right on the dot at the 90th minute. Rightfully so. There shouldn't have been no stoppage time. Full-time stats are as follows. 13 shots to 22, 10 shots on goal to 11, 61% possession to 39% possession, 519 passes to 332, 90% pass accuracy to 84%, 9 fouls to 10, 1 offside to 1, 1 yellow card to 1, 0 red cards to 1, a BS red card. Let's remember, 3 corners to 9. Let me give Saint-Laurent their props before I talk about Toronto, because let's be honest, Toronto did what they were supposed to do. The win that they had, they wanted to break their highest score record, and beating Montreal 5-1 and Simcoe 5-0 tells you probably should be winning 8-9, 7-8-9. You should be able to break your goal scoring record club-wise. They did what they were supposed to do. There are some things to learn and there are some props to give, but not much. Saint-Laurent, yeah, they lost 8-1 on the night, 11-1 on aggregate. But the way they played throughout this tie, they were not afraid to play Toronto. They actually played football. They played the ball forward. They played a damn good game of football in both games. And sadly, they lost. And you honestly hate to see it. They're a very good side. They're a very good, tough football-playing side. And they deserved a goal. And I'm glad they got it. Because the way that they played, they could have scored more than one. Luka Gavron, legitimately before losing the clean sheet, I'd still say it. There's 3 stars of the game. There's not even a man of the match. There's 3 stars of the game. DeAndre Kerr with the octo. Not the octo, the quad. The quad. The octo. The quad. Octo's double that. The quad. The quad. 2 straight hat tricks for TFC in 2 games. Bernadeschi against Montreal. By the way, Bernadeschi didn't even score tonight. He played well when he was on, but he didn't even score tonight, which is crazy. And Insigne played for 30 minutes. I think he came out more for load management. They planned to take him out at the 30th minute. They were up. He's not hurt. It doesn't seem like it. Good, because we don't have Bernadeschi for Cincinnati. He could have played the whole game. They didn't do that. They should have played him the whole game, but if he did, he probably would have pulled his hamstring and been out for longer than a week. So, probably smart to wait. But 2 straight hat tricks for TFC. One of them a quad. That's got to be the first time that's ever happened in club history. That's got to be. Like, I would put my foot out or put my neck out and say that's probably the first time. It barely happens in football, let alone for the club. I'd be shocked if this has happened before. Let me put it like that. 2 straight hat tricks. I'd be shocked. But DeAndre Kerr, one of the stars. Luka Gavron only allowed 1 goal, made save after save. Really shouldn't have had to, but he still had to make save after save, and he made those saves. Sadly, he didn't have the clean sheet. No washer dryer handed out tonight, but it is what it is. And then, of course, Alonso Coelho, because him playing the Mascherano role like I said he could, turns out I was right again. He could play the Mascherano role, drop back into the back 3 or back 4, and look amazing doing it. I said that about, 6 weeks ago, and he can do it, and he did look as good as I thought he would? Well, of course I was right. So, Coelho proving me right, 3rd star of the game. With that being said, Saint-Laurent, again, played a damn good game of football. They never gave up. They never quit. I got to give them their props. A tough side. And I hope when they do make it up to the CPL, they have the same onus of playing the game. I want somebody to actually challenge Forge. And if Saint-Laurent goes up to the CPL, like they're rumbling about expansion, I think they could challenge. I think they could actually challenge the way they play. I'm very interested on watching them. I may watch some PLSQ just to see how they play even more, because I heard they won 7-0 in their league before this match. So how the tables turned, but they played a damn good game. I could see why they won 7-0. I could see why, the way they played. Good attacking football, a team that believes in each other. They're all over you. I mean, they played Toronto like they would play a local League One Quebec side. And Toronto played them with respect. You know why Toronto beat them so badly on the score line? Is because they played them with respect. 3 years ago, they would play this team like Saint-Laurent. Never heard of them. We should be able to beat them. They look worse in comparison because they do that. They played with a respect of, hey, this team might be a danger to us. We need to play them like they are. And they put them to the sword because of that. I know Toronto teams would be like, who the hell are these guys? We're going to beat them no matter what. They look worse because they think that. Like, you should be striving for perfection. You should be striving to know that anybody who wants to play you or is playing you wants to beat you. Can beat you if you screw up and let them beat you. And that's the mentality I like, is that Toronto went out there and said, hey, they could beat us. We're up 3-0. Doesn't matter. They could still beat us. They want to beat us. And look at the way that Saint-Laurent played. They did want to beat Toronto. They did. They didn't want to sit back and say, hey, this tie's pretty much over. Like, we have to score 3 goals, yes, but the problem is we can't allow a goal. Or it just makes it harder. No, they went for it. They went for it. And I love watching that. Like, it was a great game. For a game that basically was a dead rubber, my God, that was amazing. Like, they made that awesome. Both sides. Both sides made that game amazing. And you know what? Fair play. Fair props. I got to give props to Saint-Laurent. Ragazzi. I got to give them props. Like that, they're better than Simcoe. Let's be honest. Let's be totally honest. Simcoe might be owned by Atiba and Daniil Henry and a lot of big names in the Ontario, Canada soccer scene, but Jesus Christ, Saint-Laurent, that's a good team. They're a real team. Simcoe, they did the same thing that any smaller team would do and sit back and still lost 5-0. Like, they were just happy they brought their people from Barrie to Toronto. They celebrated being there. Saint-Laurent said, screw that. We're going out in a blaze of glory. We may lose by a lot. Screw it. We're going to play the way we know how to play. And it was refreshing. It was absolutely refreshing. I got to give respect. I know it's wild, but really, Toronto ain't giving me much to talk about. So, 8 goals. I pretty much said everything I need to say. 3 stars of the game. I'm going to give props to Saint-Laurent because they deserve it. 11-1 on aggregates, it's a little bit false. I mean, if you watched how they actually played, I mean, it's not great in comparison to an MLS team, but for a semi-pro team to go out there and say, we're probably losing anyway, let's go out in a blaze of glory. That's what I respect. They played the type of football I'd want my team to play. And they're a semi-pro team from Montreal. They play at a high school field, and they play like that. All right. Respect. I mean, respect. Straight up. Respect. Simcoe, I respect them for what their fans did. I respect Saint-Laurent for how they played. Game was over. Tie over. They said, screw it, we'll go out in a blaze of glory. I honestly want to start watching Saint-Laurent play in League One Quebec. I really do. I want to see that. I want to start seeing them play. Hell, I want them to make it to the CPL now. I really do. I mean, seriously, that's amazing. I'll start watching the PLSQ just to watch these guys because 7-0 in their last league game, yeah, they're good. We may see these guys again. Not too far off. We may see these guys again. And you know what? I hope they do better. I hope it's closer. I hope it's closer. They deserve that, but they got their goal. Toronto, yeah, I mean, they did what they were supposed to do. I mean, nothing really bad about it. I mean, Coelho, I gave him his props. Edwards from TFC2, dude's fast. Dude can blaze down the wing. We got a good gem there. Needs a little bit more fine-tuning, but we got a gem there in Edwards. Dimitru, he needs more seasoning. Like, he actually needs more seasoning. Like, ew, boy. Like, some of his passes were bland. If you want to go with the seasoning metaphor, those passes were bland. He passed it straight to them. He passed that ball straight to them. I'm like 5 times. I'm like, dude, pass it to the guys in onyx and red. Look at your jersey. Pass it to the same people wearing the same jersey as you. Like, look at your jersey, okay? Okay. Lob it over. Like, they almost gave up a goal because of him. Again, Gavron was making save after save. But let's remember, Dumitru almost gave up a damn goal. He let them attack. And I don't know if it's because nobody was on him, actually, on that pass. He just passes it straight to a Saint-Laurent guy. I was like, oh my God. Girault. Speaking of the TFC2 kids, I thought Girault was good. Honestly, I'd rather him play here than Rosted. Let Coelho be the Mascherano type role. Let Girault play. Get Rosted the hell out of here. Like, you know what would have happened to Rosted if he played tonight? Seriously. You know why this was 8-1? Like, yeah, we may have scored the goals, but it would have been like 8-6 if that guy played. He is a freaking... Rosted is a freaking horrible player. Dude, again, is a ice skater, is a deer skating on ice. He is just a absolute scatterbrain. Okay? I'd rather have Girault play. Like, seriously, I would. I know it was a semi-pro team, but Girault, tough. Anthony Girault played tough. Rosted does not do that. I'd rather play a TFC2 kid like Girault, who at least knows how to play smart defense, who knows how to use his feet, than Rosted. Girault, props. Edwards, props. Dimitru, I need to see more, okay? I need to see more. Let's see here. What else do we got? Yeah, I will go with it. DeAndre Kerr, good hat trick. Owuzu got a goal. Bernadeschi and Signe played well. Didn't even score, but they played well. Coelho gave props to. Gavron gave props to. Yeah, we'll go with that. 20 minutes out of this? Jesus. Okay. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you tomorrow for a double-double. Like Tim Hortons. We going double-double. First off, the Europa League final. Atalanta versus Leverkusen, live in RSR. Then Forge versus Montreal. Well, Montreal versus Forge, I should say, because it's in Montreal. Live in RSR. 2 lives, 2 reviews. There you go. Should be a fun one. Hopefully Forge gets it done. That would be nice. And Leverkusen, keep that undefeated record, because if you do, I'll be live for the DFB Pokal final with another, maybe double-single. I don't know if we'll do double-double, but double-single. Double lives, 1 review. Maybe. We'll see. I mean, Leverkusen videos. If the stream and video does good enough, I will do a double-double on Saturday if they win. With that being said, double tomorrow, double-double. See you tomorrow. Congratulations, Toronto. Love it. Commiserations, Saint-Laurent. But hey, at least you played tough. There you go. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.